Okay, what's going on? It's your boy Inside 11, and today is January the 8th, Helios Deity Day, you know what I'm saying? Solar Plexus Day, Blood Day, because you know the blood is slowly ruled in the fifth house by Leo, because the sun is there, so the blood is like that manifestation and shit like that, you could say, and yeah. You could debate it, you could talk about it, but it's just different relative positions within the space and time that we're capturing in order to make some kind of grammatical, mathematical correlation of those sequences so you can replicate and duplicate that here. Because it's like it's kind of like all those animes and all those shows they show you, like the Castle of Grayskull, and you having like the sword, or like you being able to pull out Excalibur from the stone, all these different correlations of you being able to access energy on large proportions within a certain area. You might watch a video of somebody becoming powerful with a weapon outside of them that they created. I don't know, someone that's just into that craft. Or you might watch some movie about somebody who got powerful through accessing their internal emotions and processing the traumatic experiences and things like that, because that's what disturbed their energy flow and things like that. But all that just goes to say that there's just different ways to view this reality in proportions to what we want to manifest and shit like that. So yeah, so on Sunday we're talking about, you know, that good solar plexus shit, you know, because everybody needs some good solar plexus juice, you know. Everybody need that good external drink every once in a while. And that's why, you know, man, in winter time, in motherfucking winter time, it really be the time to build, it really be the time to create associations so you guys can have that dream and things like that. Because right now we got a sun in Capricorn, almost 15 degrees by now, I believe. And then we have we're just coming off the full moon right now, the full moon in Cancer. And right now, if you're not fulfilled necessarily as far as your dreams, as far as your status you want to correlate, because of whatever area you're emotionally flunked out in, then you can't you don't necessarily know how to deal with that. You may start to see manifestations or just correlations, correspondences third dimensionally to show you that fourth, fifth, sixth dimensionally you need to go seventh, eighth, ninth dimension and kill those gruesome thoughts and feelings that are, you know, destroying your reality, destroying your mentality, destroying your ability to duplicate and replicate new things, because you're not in a cycle. You don't know the ability to let go. People just want to be right about something super hard, or whatever virtue and principle you're lost in super hard. So they got all these different third dimensional, let's just say, objects or people, places, and things to represent those spectrums and shit like that. So you don't go on your own and create a spectrum of that. No, you let us give you that spectrum to the, you know, to the leaders that we have today, to, you know, the food that we put out front, you know, technology, science, wealth, many things. But that's not to go for you to complain and things like that. That just goes for you to show what it takes for a group of people to even come together and to even be directing the attention from the seconds to the minutes to the hours, from the days to the weeks to the months to the years to the maybe even the aeons, motherfucker. That even goes that goes to show you, like, what type of ability, what type of mind would that even take, you know? Not everybody would be able to handle that. If you give that responsibility to some people would kill themselves. Like, you have people killing themselves based on them having a lot of access to money, or based on them having access to something to, you know, neutralize themselves, we'll just say, but it comes from them having that mentality inside them, because you wouldn't even incarnated that circumstance for it to happen. you wouldn't even manifest that. You wouldn't be on that light wave or spectrum for that to happen, just based on you knowing even better, or just you being someone being able to pay attention to you and actually nurture you and give you your needs and wants. So all your needs and wants got flunked out. Your north node, your south node got flunked out. Your spaceship went in a different direction. You just zoom went below the horizon, never came back up again to see the sun, the sunlight. You're always sad now. Ah, shit, god that. It's even shows when you have, let's say, like Lilith and Chiron below the horizon and things like that. But those are below the horizon energies, anyways. Like as far as nighttime, if we would talk about a contrast between light and darkness, because darkness is experienced on so many different spectrums. Darkness is like an accumulation of lights, an accumulation of things that we can't see. We don't have the ability to separate yet. So really out there, it would be like more billions and billions of more energies, diversity, let's say, from an energetical energy spectrum. Because here's the weak place. Here is a place that's strongly monitored in terms of virtues and principles. Like, the things that the world made you carry. Don't tell me you don't know the things that the world made you carry. You would not be in this video if you did not have something in the world that the world made you carry, and you were just tired, your limbs was broken. Oh, you heard from a person, place, or things, and it was repeatedly beaten in you intensely, repeatedly, verbally, and that created a shock wave in you that consolidated into a mental disposition, into an energy block from wherever you manifested it, because this entire body is a mind. It doesn't have to be this mind that's fucked up. You could be fucked up, and that's the other thing that these motherfucking Jesuits and these motherfucking Masons and Jews be getting you guys lost in, is these motherfucking left brain and concepts and shit like that, and you not being able to relate that as far as to your realities. Now you made yourself separate from God, and you're like, this is how you even get people like, well, man, it gets motherfucking deep. It gets motherfucking deep. But yeah, shit. What was I talking about? God damn it. Yeah, but don't get lost in your motherfucking virtues and principles that you chose to motherfucking invest yourself in the first place in, by you observing yourself in that space, or however you developed, as far as your spirit, as far as your memories, as far as your space, because this is what you carry. This is the thoughts and feelings that follow you through the aeons, because they see you as like you're their home. They see you as like you're their father. So it's like they live in you. But it's like, since you're the biggest, more mature spirit, you're seen as like, the form to observe that thing. So it's like, you're basically like God over this, and you could let other people rule this in a lot of different ways as far as how you culturally dress. And there's nothing really wrong with that. Like, I'm not saying be extremely rebellious. That's another wrong thing that people do. When people so-called consciously awake, or try to think it's a form of some extreme rebellion. Think they have to go give death physically to something outside of them. They think they have to go bomb, destroy some kind of structure and shit like that. But you don't even understand that all these things have some kind of insurance plans anyways, brought to you by the shadow government, and those things are paid for anyways, and that's how they want you to even go transmute your feelings, because that's why they're gonna be like, oh yeah, see, we gotta create more jail cells for these type of people, and then that's the money that goes into someone else's pocket. All types of scenarios, all types of narratives that they're willing to transmute and take from you guys, and put that into some kind of narrative outside of you, and that's how they be harvesting your energy without you even being consciously aware of it. They be like, oh look, here's an actor, look, they died. They just suggesting, like, yeah, look, they just making a suggestion that, like, look, this actor died, there's war in this place, there's this and this and that happening. But it's up to you at the end of the day to interact with that in a very mature manner and understand what's going on, because life is an energy game. Are you going to change anything? Are you going to, because really when we're talking about death, Pluto, when we're talking about destroying or recreating structure, Mount Hermit, or we're talking about rebelling, being unique, and things like that, Uranus. We're just talking about things that you do on a speculative realm, as far as how you do witchcraft on yourself, and you're able to change and manipulate your speech and how you modulate and what temperaments you go into, and you don't have to sweat again based on those situations, those circumstances that you energetically have intertangled your mind and your feelings in, your thoughts and feelings and shit like that. So you be creating all types of soul binds, all types of you be hanging yourself, we be hanging ourselves all the time, and knowing what we do to get ourselves into that circumstance. And based on us not seeing an example of that being a good thing, we think, oh yeah, we gotta hang ourselves on a cross. We gotta live like this. We gotta feel like this. We gotta do this. We can't move forward in harmony, in unity with ourselves and with our external environment. So they let you guys play out these forms of extreme rebelliousness, these extreme forms of destruction and shit like that, and then we get fucked up in all those forms. We get destroyed by those forms. We get attacked by those forms that they create speculatively, because you gotta understand, it's a structure. So if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, or if you're just a conservative, if you're a liberal, whatever spectrum, whatever side of the pizza you ate, you still ate something, bro. You still subscribe to some shit, and all you gotta do is just not necessarily pay attention to they shit. You focus on creating they shit, your shit, your ship, your war ship. Because we're just seeing their version of warship. They're just suggesting to us things, and based on where our mind at, that's what we be manifesting in our lives and shit like that. And that's what they be observing, and that's what they be giving more energy to, and trying to boost that based on creating certain drugs, pharmaceutical, which is just pharmakeia, or them manufacturing entertainment, so the tribe of Judah, as far as when you entertain, what you think, what you see on the mountaintop, that imagination, that creativity, that entertainment, whatever you subscribe to, from all sides of the monad, they see it, they control the north, the east, the west, and the south, but it's all mental direction. So they control what it means for you guys to go forward. So this is why a lot of people can't play out the representation or the image of Muhammad or Jesus and things like that, because all those are just like reference points for a series of transitions that if you were to make in a period of time, you would to manifest those attributes and characteristics, because this is what has always been and will always will be. Not as far as there's nothing new under the sun, and this is why people get lost. People get lost in recreating old images, trying to be like somebody else, from even trying to create entertainment like other people, from even trying to politic like somebody else, from even trying to create government structure or whatever product, services, information from somebody else's perspective, while you're supposed to create these things from your perspective. Yeah, we all have access to these energies, as far as speech, as far as love, value, and appreciation. Yeah, as far as third eye chakra, which is really your first eye, because we're seeing with those eyes. A motherfucker, you better stay with me. We're seeing with those eyes, but we see with our mind first. We see with our mind eye first, and that's what manifests. That's what you see. This shit create everything, thirst, all that shit. So yeah, that's what you gotta understand. Don't get lost in these titles and names. Understand what it's referring to in the first place and things like that. As far as a correspondence system, when we're talking about the heart chakra, since right now it's fucking the full moon and the moon's the nearest planet and all that, but that's just justification for what I'm about to talk about and shit like that. Your moon, you can sometimes feel bad as far as you receive energy, or you can feel good as far as how you receive energy. With your moon chakra, as far as your feeling, as far as what you speculate and how you deal with your feelings, because not everybody deal with their feelings the same way. Because that's how everybody's not the same, because everybody picked a different position within this wheel and shit like that. So the things that you be corresponding to in your life, you gotta understand that you might be able to bring a whole new different reality, a whole new different mentality, and still fit it within this world. So it's like you be creating an esoteric land next to Babylon, next to their warship, And they'd be like, what the fuck is this? Who's building this tower? Who's building this mosque? Who's building these intellectual properties? Okay, do we need to politic with them, or do we need to come destroy and attack they shit? And things like that. But this is why they want you guys not to even get to that level, because then when you guys go do that all out war shit, it's justified. The military powers with these niggas got like the military advantage. Well, that's not as far as like they got the military advantage. It's really a war of attention. It can get to that point, but that depends on these different factions of the government decide to fight themselves, and you know, harvest as many people as they can to they part of the spectrum or reality, or however it play out. But I don't even think it'll ever get to that point, because they have way stronger bonds than us. We don't be like really in this shit. You just be going home, watching TV, what happened on the news, going praying to your deity, your specific day of the spectrum. You be picking out certain verses in the Quran and the Bible or whatever that fits your circumstance. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going through this too, because whatever we are speculating into, whatever we see with our first eye chakra, which is internal, which is what I'm referring to, which is what they modern refer to as the third eye chakra. For you even to be able to verbalize that, because you wouldn't verbalize nothing that you don't see through your motherfucking memory or through your mind eye, or as far as you don't know to verbalize nothing that you was feeling. If you have a feeling, you don't verbalize that. You don't talk about that. You just be like talking about some other shit you observing. You'd be kind of fast as far as how you move. So that's how you even have very slow down people, as far as you know, people that, you know, play out characteristics and attributes of being extremely dumbed down and extremely being unaware, as far as them being a light being, and then not being able to express a better light sequence and a light patterning, you know, as far as between their thoughts and feelings and things like that, for them to be able to bring out a better mentality, or for you to be able to even use all of your minds. You be getting lost in those minds that you created in the first place. So you be lost, you be conned out of your ability to go in and out of things. So you get like, you go in but you might not come out, so you go out but you might not come back in, and it play out through all your 12 houses, all your 12 systems and things like that. So that's why it become really important for people not to get lost in anything outside of them to an extreme polarized degree. You got to use that shit like a bitch. You either gotta use that shit to build some kind of mental form, or to confirm something as far as an intent that somebody else had created, because you're gonna be able to see what somebody else intended with the TV show and things like that if you up to the part. Or you're gonna think, oh, this is entertained, so they got you guys in their clock system, and their clock system is nothing but a polarized ass suicide gas chamber system for them to kill. They just coming to kill all your thoughts and feelings. They're coming to kill all of your mind. Like, you really want to give up your thoughts and feelings, like for that person, place, or thing outside that you gotta keep upholding based on the behavior, or based on the doctrine or law or the circumstance and things like that. When are we as people gonna be for ourselves? You know, people is lost in the demiurge and lost in the demonic surge, but not able to use the angelic surge and get outside of these hormones, as far as your organs, your excretory system, and the other motherfucking one, Libra or some shit like that. Yeah, but that's it, man, for today. You know, I'm gonna infinitely come back to you with some more powerful videos. You can check out the link below. I have some powerful programs as well, some powerful reports as well, to assist you in manifesting your channeling, or, you know, better patterning of you being able to see yourself in a much more clear manner and clear perspective, and why you don't manifest your circumstances that are for you, and what's holding you back as far as your south node. What are you regressing to? And we have some audio series as well by Dr. Will Rogers, and that one is called The Kingdom Living, and that one will assist you in moving forward from those old things that hold you back from you know, being able to create your mentality of success and health and wisdom and things like that. Because we get lost in the things that the world created for us, but we don't understand what God has had for us. And God and the devil is just really just you observing yourself, but you being extremely polarized in one of these, in one of the orbs, one of the areas, one of your houses that you created, and you not manifesting properly and getting lost in someone else's way. So a simple example of that can be our father or our mother and things like that. We might learn how to think like our father and go forward in our life like our father, but we might not understand that that's not how we manifest personally in our lives and shit like that. Or we might try to feeling from our mother, but not necessarily understand that we got to use our own feelings and trust into that. So we be putting ourselves in layers and loops and loop systems, and that's the goal, to get out of it. And that's what I'm doing, in 2023 and beyond. So yeah, take care and level up infinitely. Real shit.